Wife's lightning kick foils home robbery. The moment the front door unlocked, danger rushed in. A thug forced his way into the house, expecting an easy robbery. Instead, he ran straight into a counterattack. Before he could threaten or demand a thing, the homeowner's wife exploded into action, delivering a lightning-fast kick that sent the intruder flying nearly 3 meters across the entryway. Stunned, disoriented, and instantly outmatched, the would-be robber scrambled to his feet and bolted, fleeing empty-handed. What was meant to be a quick crime ended in seconds, stopped cold by courage, reflexes, and one perfectly timed strike. What could have ended in violence was stopped in a heartbeat. As a woman was getting into her car, two suspected robbers on a motorbike suddenly charged toward her, closing the distance fast. The threat was immediate and unmistakable. But before the attackers could strike, a man nearby reacted with split-second precision. He drew his gun, taking control of the moment without firing a single shot. The effect was instant. The suspects backed off and fled, abandoning the attack as quickly as it began. No shots, no injuries, just awareness, decisive action, and a robbery stopped cold. What began as a quiet moment between a father and his daughter suddenly exploded into danger. As they stood talking on the street, robbers rushed toward them without warning. Instinct kicked in instantly. The young girl broke away and ran to safety, exactly as her father had likely taught her. Then came his move. Calm under pressure, the father slammed the car window shut and stepped forward, placing himself directly between the attackers and his child. In that split second, fear turned into resolve. The would-be thieves, faced with unexpected resistance and a man ready to fight, hesitated, and the moment was lost. The threat faded as quickly as it appeared. No panic, no hesitation. Just a father's unwavering determination to protect his daughter at any cost. A true hero when it mattered most. They thought they were the hunters. But the street had other plans. Two thieves lingered beside a motorbike, laughing and chatting like ordinary passers-by. It was a setup, a silent signal, a trap waiting to snap shut. Moments later, two unsuspecting targets walked straight into the danger zone. But in this neighborhood, nothing is simple. With criminals lurking everywhere, the line between predator and prey vanished in seconds. The ambush unraveled, confusion erupted, and the would-be trap turned into chaos, proving that in a place where thieves outnumber common sense, even criminals aren't safe from each other. While honest people grind through long days to provide for their families, others wait patiently for a single lapse, a door left unguarded, a moment of distraction. That moment came in broad daylight. The thief moved quickly and without hesitation, striking when no one expected it. But this wasn't a grab for cash, jewelry, or electronics. Instead, the criminal fled the scene carrying an unlikely prize, a bulky gas cylinder. An elderly man was calmly refueling his vehicle when danger suddenly struck. Without warning, a group of robbers rushed in on a motorbike, closing in fast and preparing to attack. But they made a critical mistake. Without a moment's hesitation, the old man grabbed the fuel hose and sprayed gasoline all over the attackers. In an instant, the balance of power shifted. Realizing that a single spark could turn the situation into a deadly inferno, the robbers were thrown into sheer panic. Terrified, they abandoned the robbery and fled the scene, desperate to save their own lives. One bold move, one calm reaction, and a robbery that collapsed in seconds. What should have been a routine cash withdrawal turned into a moment of sheer danger. A man was standing at a small, privately owned booth, withdrawing money, when a group of robbers suddenly rushed in, attempting to snatch the cash by force. The situation escalated in seconds, leaving the customer with nowhere to run. Then the owner stepped in. Without hesitation, the booth owner drew his firearm and fired to defend the customer. The sudden response caught the robbers completely off guard. Panicked and overwhelmed, they abandoned the robbery and fled the scene in chaos. Thanks to the owner's swift and decisive action, the customer was left unharmed, and a violent crime was stopped before it could claim a victim. It happened in seconds. A woman was approached from behind by a stranger who issued a threat and tried to steal her motorcycle. Shocked and terrified, she froze, the danger pressing in with nowhere to turn. Then instinct took over. She broke free, ran for safety, and screamed for help. Her voice cut through the street, and people nearby reacted immediately. Witnesses rushed in, surrounding the robber and confronting him before he could escape. What began as a lone attack quickly turned against the criminal. The would-be thief learned a hard lesson as the street united against him. It started like any ordinary moment. Casual conversation, a quiet store, no warning signs. Then chaos walked in. An armed robber suddenly burst through the entrance, weapon drawn, expecting fear and compliance. Instead, he met instant resistance. In a split second, the man standing nearby reacted with precision, drawing his gun and taking control before the robber could even process what was happening. The attacker was slammed to the ground and pinned there, the threat neutralized almost as fast as it appeared. Behind the counter, the cashier didn't panic. She calmly picked up the phone and called the police, her composure unshaken, as if this were just another routine task. 1 second of decisive action. One criminal stopped cold, and a robbery that collapsed before it could truly begin. What looked like a routine sale turned into chaos in seconds. The man posed as an ordinary customer, calmly examining gold jewelry. Then, without warning, he snatched the pieces and bolted for the exit, hoping to disappear into the street. But he didn't get far.